speech manager in teaching, a lot of different training and quite the knowledge of actually that's what actually did, despite never wanting to be one myself. Although I just drifted into it really, and got to have some pieces and things Right, why don't you ask something to ask questions? Why don't you open your mic to the audience? If you're very good microphone, give me over to you. The audience. Fantastic. So put your hands up, and our lovely mic person will come across and find you. And remember to ask your question very briefly and clearly, and say who it's for. So first one up.
I guess this one's really for Carol. Just to say, we find out things very early on when the poems were leaving. And deliberately announced by the programme. I was wondering if it would have a better impact if it was kept secret until it actually happened. Is that even possible in this day and age?
No. Oh my God, wouldn't that be wonderful? But in the earlier session we did the read-throughs of Karen Elson's heartbreaking last episode last night, and I think it would be almost impossible to defend that piece. It would be wonderful, but we live in an age of Twitter, Facebook, and the fact that they won't shoot new Cardiff again on Monday, so I think that we can.
Do you have another question? Oh, take ready here, yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to ask it in the last panel, but I was kind of wondering, could you possibly tell me the plural of Cardiff?
Tardo? That's a question, please. Or TARDISes. Actually, I tend to write TARDISes.
Well, it depends how you think a series of letters that mean something else. I would say that it would be TARDISes. If it was Latin, it would be TARDI, but I don't think it is Latin, so therefore it's TARDISes. You take a quick pause. Who prefers TARDISes? And who prefers TARDI?
I think that's pretty unanimous for TARDISes. The fans have spoken.
Okay, we've got another question.
And then the doctors all flew off in their car.
Okay, fantastic.
It should be in the 50th anniversary special. Planet of the TARDISes.
And thought I wanted that for acting, and then got them.
Yes, yeah, quite a few times. Yeah, quite a few times, particularly on this show. I'll give you a couple of examples. Simon Callow in Mark Dixie's early issues way back in the first year in Perth, who, to be honest, is a real Charles Dickens aficionado and I suppose quite lazy casting in lots of ways. Which is great to have somebody who knew that man so well. It's foolish to avoid very easy. Yeah. Sort of what's there in the place. Yeah. Exactly. And Michael Gambon in last year's Christmas special. I wanted Michael Gambon to be shown. I started, but either the right thing hasn't come up or he hasn't been available, but definitely wanted him to go back to it. So it's basically good example. Excellent. Another good question, another question over here. Yeah.
I just question Randy. Is there, when casting a new companion, was there something you were particularly looking for? Was there something that was unusual you had to think about when you were casting?
It's sort of the thing that you need. Is someone who's kind of quite strong and who can keep up with Matt. Because Matt's such a kind of forceful nature that you need somebody who's not going to be part of a passenger on the show. So it's going to be have the energy and the inventiveness to keep up with the ever-changing storylines and the demands for each episode. So you're looking for someone pretty versatile to do a lot of things.
You're sort of looking for magic, I reckon, as well. I think it's that thing where the moment that you knew that you've got the right person was when we sat and we had this brilliant day where Matt very genuinely spent a lot of time with a few actors and we were kind of looking for chemistry, and I remember that we were sat there watching the show and read together, and it's almost like she kind of outdanced on the screen in a really interesting way. That Steve said the other day that she goes faster than Matt, and that's true, but the chemistry between them feels really unusual and kind of right. And I looked at Ashley and he winked at me, and I looked at Stephen and he looked at me and high-fived me, and he kind of knew that, and the kind of way that he could explain that, it was a cool thing.
Yeah, you sort of, you provide, you get 90% of it is about the actor. Yeah, absolutely. Because on the whole, when we were visiting, whether it was, the union or one of the other directors, it's generally us in the room, isn't it? And usually me reading it, and I'm not an actor. I can read scripts well enough to give them what they need in the audition. But I'm not an actor, and you can't replicate Matt in the room. And unfortunately, we're too busy to be there all the time. So we have to take the chance. Have we got another question?
For the 50th anniversary, this is for Andy and Caroline. Are there any sort of previous companions or arch nemesis of the Doctor that obviously you can't say what might be being planned, but that you would actually quite like to see yourselves return to celebrate that anniversary?
So ask it in a way that you can't possibly answer either.
No, we can't do that. We genuinely don't know. Someone knows. He's got guilty there. Well, I think it's that. Have we got another question? Yes, up there.
Hi. Yeah, I just a casting question. Just wondering, how is your process affected when you're casting for a monster or an alien rather than human?
You go to the very best actors possible. Absolutely. It's quite an interesting one, and I think Julian in on this as well, because you start with a script with a monster, and so the questions are, okay, is this CGI, is this going to be somebody in a new voice afterwards, is it going to be an actor who's doing up with their face for their mouth, and like with the Silurians, there are a hell of a lot of prosthetics. You can still see their eyes and still see their mouth, but you can't new voice them afterwards. It's quite hard actually to do all that stuff. I mean, you do a lot of it to damage.
All my monsters at some point were human, but we can have recognizable actors and then put prosthetics on them after.
I mean, we have one coming up. I can't tell you what the creature is coming up, but we've got no idea yet about how we're going to do it with these people. Whether it's going to be acting and prosthetics. It's all quite exciting. We can find out what's going to happen with that.
When you've given a sort of monster or something to actually shoot it, to make it look more alive, if you've got a lot of effect.
When you're wheeling this monster in front of you, it looks very dead, very fantasy. It's all about, to make it come alive. Actors think about all the costumes, doing that stuff, but it's all about making sure that it looks right in the space, that it has that the lighting happens from the angle where it works, but it does the thing it's supposed to.
Whenever one of the early ones that you worked on was the Cardiff.
Yes.
The first one. Yes. I remember taking you around the garden and showing you what it looked like. And you could see which direction you were going to shoot it from.
Yes, absolutely. Very scary, how, and
that's all that's part of the performance, is you're adding to that, you're giving extra value to that, to the way you shoot it.
Absolutely. You always try to make it look more effective, make it look bigger than it actually is. You're just in a room, make it more quick shots of light, things flashing, things, also physical things, to amp up and make it more exciting.
What's the design part of your research?
The monsters all generally have to be predicted.
Would you like to create more monsters yourself now?
The ripple going around the room. It's going to be a ripple of people trying to take his face.
Have you another question?
Yes, obviously soon you may be considering casting a new Doctor in the next few years, possibly. I just wonder about where the starting process for casting a Doctor, where it starts.
Yeah. It's really a kind of massive brainstorming exercise, I think, and one that I don't even contemplate until the time arrives, just to drive myself a bit nuts thinking about it. But really, it's kind of getting together from the case of when you can't match, we just put all that together. And just talk a lot, and just talk it through, and we didn't have to be beyond finding the best option.
On that bombshell,
was a little random. Why did they just...
A tiny bombshell.
Can't work out why she just stuck her fingers in it.